Welcome to another edition of the M6P versus the MCU. I'm your co-host Jared, along with Darrin, and this week we have Alex and Nick. We're going to take you through the latest episode of Falcon versus the Winter Soldier, even though that's not what it's called. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to play some Marvel trivia, and we're looking to just have a good time. But first of all, let's find out who these three gumbo heads are. Darrin, who are you?
Well, this is the third time I've said this this week, or I'm sorry, third episode. I'm Darrin. I run Michael Web Solutions. I help out with all the M6Ps, digital marketing, internet stuff. That, you know, if the site goes down, they call me. I edit the YouTube videos. Little backstory, how I got involved with it. Just known Jared for a long time, since before that. Well, yeah, probably junior high. And then just kind of stayed in touch here and there over the years and talking Marvel, and here I am.
Awesome. Alex, tell us a little bit about you.
Hey, yeah, I'm here. I'm basically here because I was reached out to by Jared, who, if you see behind me, I have a whole lot of Marvel action figures. Jared's actually my dealer for these. He meets me in a parking lot and we exchange funds for boxes of toys, and he shared with me his website and his podcast and all that stuff. So I'm not like I apologize. I'm not like a rabid fan, but I am a fan of what you do here. Big Marvel fan, and was really excited to be offered to come on here and chat about a nerd show that I like watching.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Alex does all kinds of fun videos and podcasts and stuff himself, and I'm like, this guy, we got to get this guy. So thanks for coming on, man. All right.
I got to be here.
Last but not least, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, I actually met Jared through Andy when I was writing for a comic book. So ever since then, we just kind of talked. I made sure to jump into the M6P community and just kind of had fun with it, you know? And when he told me to do this, I was like, yes, I am absolutely in. Let's do this.
I like how Nick said, when he told me to do this, I was absolutely in. When he told
yeah. I mean, you invited me? Better?
You're persuasive.
You're going to like it, and you're going to do it. Well, thanks so much for coming on, guys. That's awesome. We're also...
thanks for having us.
Yeah, we've got some sponsors too. We're sponsored by Community Retail Partnership. You can check them out at crpsavings.com. We're sponsored by michaelwebsolutions.com, which Michael Web Solutions down there can tell you a little bit more about later. We're sponsored by themarvelousbox.com. You can check them out at themarvelousbox.com. And then also by dcbservice.com for up to 40% off your pre-sale comic books and trades and all the fun stuff. Anything with Marvel, they're going to have it for a super cheap price, so check them out. And with that, Mr. Darrin, do you want to take us off?
Yes, and I would like to start, we're going to dive into the Falcon and Winter Soldier, so I want to hear your thoughts of the last episode in one word only, really quick. And we'll start with you, Alex.
The last episode, like the newest one or the first episode?
The newest, yeah, sorry, the last one, the newest one.
Cool. One word. It was fun.
Okay.
I would say intriguing.
And I'll go with surprising.
And I'll say nostalgia a little bit. So, all right. So diving into that, I kind of want to just go in because I just watched it, and this happens a lot when we have a Friday filming because I get off work and I get my hour in of it and whatnot. I did it with WandaVision too. John Walker. So we knew he was going to come into this episode, and he comes right at the very beginning. At the very beginning, he has so much humanity. Like I didn't know what to think because he looked like that Disney meme or whatever we've all seen for the past week after they showed him. Yeah, right. The Up grandpa guy looking, yeah. But he was very, in that locker room scene, there was a lot of humanity that you saw. And then the rest of the episode, very arrogant and smug and completely different from what we saw in that first scene. But he still had like behind that, because you saw that first scene, there was some genuine, he was still a good guy, you know what I mean? Like deep down, but he did not sell it well. And I think that's going to affect the storyline later. I'd love to hear your thoughts on his character.
I would say that as far as John Walker goes, I agree. In that first scene, they really went through and humanized him a lot. Like I would say that they were trying to definitely give him a, depths of character rather than just being like, this is John Walker, he's taking over Captain America, and you're supposed to hate him. Like I thought that was going to be the route they were going to go, was that we were all just supposed to hate him, but they're kind of just not really going. It doesn't seem like they're really making him be that dislikable so far. As time goes on, I think the series is going to make him be take more into that, go more down that path that we saw with Bradley when they went to go visit Bradley. When he threw the deal and you saw it go into the wall, like I think we're going to see him get the procedure done and become super strength, because he specifically said he didn't have super strength. So I think that's the route we're going down. He's going to kind of lose it just a little bit more each and every episode.
Okay,
that's what I liked. I thought that the character we got at the beginning was pretty consistent, only because he expresses like right away how insecure he is about the position. Like right away, he only wants to do the work of Captain America, i.e. like the throwing the shield, punching people, because what is he? He's a soldier, like, and that's what he is. And it made me think of the first Captain America movie, where that question about like who would get the serum had to be a good man, like had to be this person who didn't want to knock everyone's block off, but wanted to stop bullies. And this guy isn't a villain by any means, but I think the way then he acts kind of like arrogant is every time his insecurity rises up, he pushes back with his, look, I'm still literally one of the most like incredible soldiers you'll ever meet. I'm not a super soldier, but the little like Good Morning America spiel about him, like he's the most athletic, intelligent, decorated person to ever live. I'm like, selling him pretty hard. Like he bumps up against that insecurity of looking at Bucky, who's definitely going to be a better athlete than him. There's Falcon, who is the selection by Cap to be Cap, and he's going, well, just help me out. And they're like, no, you're a fake. To call someone who's like proved it a fake, he doesn't like them either, because I don't know, when you're that insecure and in that big of a position, he's just going to lash out with what he has, which is strength and captain leadership
and command from the government. Like, yeah, but like I was going to build on that, but you pretty much said what I was going to say. So that was great.
I'm sorry.
No, that's great.
No, that's true. And I think too, like, think about like in terms of Captain America's popularity in America in the MCU, like he's the most popular guy probably in the world, and now you have to come and stand in this guy's shoes and wear a costume like his and throw his shield around. I would be so insecure too. Like every move I made, I'd be thinking, well, what would Steve do? Would Steve do it like this, or what are people going to think about this? Because Steve might not act like this and stuff. So I think like he probably has the weight of the world on his shoulders. We also don't know about how he, however he came to get some of these powers, how he came to get them. If it follows the comic books, it will know. But so there's that part. But also too, like as the episode progressed, when he told Bucky and Falcon, just leave us, stay out of our way, or whatever he said, that is very much to how John Walker is in the comic books. He's just kind of a jerk. he's just a jerk. His way is the
right. See, that's what I was saying when I was like, I'm surprised they didn't make him a jerk right from the get-go. I was surprised to see them humanize him, because like you said, he is a jerk. John Walker is definitely a jerk.
Yeah, totally.
I almost see him like his character just becoming a guy that tries too hard to prove himself, and like rightfully so, based on like you guys said, like I have to fill these huge shoes and things like that. I think he might be one of the most in-depth characters like we'll see in this series, but again, we haven't seen everything yet.
And him and Bucky had that great exchange where Bucky, I think, really just offhandedly, or was it Falcon? Someone says like, "You're wound pretty tight, huh?" Like, just called him for what he is, and his literal like physical reaction was like, yeah, he's like, he just wants to solve it. Like his friend said at the beginning, "I'm gonna punch this person. I'm gonna punch him," because he's a clearly exceptional human being, and two other exceptional human beings are saying, "Sure, but so what? You don't know Steve. You aren't Steve, and we knew him, and he liked us better." So, like, that's gonna be hard.
Okay, so a lot of good John Walker stuff there. One of the things I wanted to talk about is finally seeing Sam and Bucky together on the show. And as soon as that happened, and they just smack us with it, and I like that. I was like, okay, this is what we've wanted. Their dynamic, like as actors and everything on screen together, I mean, it's great. Like I loved every conversation, every moment with them. That was really, really cool, I thought.
I agree. They have great chemistry. They really do. They have phenomenal chemistry. Their quips back and forth to one another were really funny. Like I found myself actually laughing out loud several times. That episode in general I thought was pretty funny. But the every single time that anytime Falcon would have something to say to him, or he has something to say back, like it was always worth it. And I've seen so many comments that have said that the writing's cringy, and I don't think that at all. I think the writing's been really, really well done. Actually, I think that it's very funny, and they say it feels like a cheesy TV show, and I have not felt that way at all. Do you guys feel that way?
With the first episode a little bit, and Jared and I talked about this, and I actually didn't recognize it until he mentioned the whole Sam's like subplot with his sister and stuff. That felt like cheesy television to me.
Right, I'm talking about the episode 2.
Okay.
Like a lot of like bunch of other. I'm not going to go through and say their name because they don't deserve to be promoted or anything like that. But like I'm looking at all their message boards and stuff, and a lot of people are ragging on it, and I'm like, I don't get it. I thought it was great.
I think they played up the kind of buddy cop, funny guy, straight guy thing a bit, because I think Bucky is obviously going to be like the stone face.
Yeah.
They've even said, like he's always staring, like just always watching people. His robot gears are turning. That's why I use the word fun on this one. Was I enjoyed those two together. I think it's a classic sort of dynamic, but I will say, like, there are moments where definitely, I don't know if Sam would be so playful or teasy, but we don't know them. None of them have ever got like such a feature role like this before. So I think some people could see it as like forced, but I'm like, it also could be that Sam, from the very beginning, he's always been a sort of jokey, playful person from, the Captain America movies where he's, the racing around the track thing, the hitting on people on Black Widow in the car. He's a playful person. So I like the idea that they've kind of turned it up a little bit with him. And we get like, the big 3 comments and the sneaking up behind him and catching stuff. So what I missed? Nothing, right? I can do this too.
That's good.
This is great.
Yeah, that made me laugh for sure.
And to that, the way they brought in like the Winter Soldier's character too, like he's just like terrified of his own past, and he's like reliving it. He's very PTSD and stuff, and trying to make that right. I thought that's been a cool angle as well, and something that we all saw.
Yeah,
we all knew it was there, but the way they're exploring it so far is very cool.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to jump out of the airplane. Were you guys? Like, I knew that he had the cybernetic arm, but
it was 200 feet. It was
200 feet is the only excuse.
For a super soldier, 200 feet, I bet they can make it.
But he
just to pile through some trees.
He just has the arm, though, right? He has the arm and some Hydra stuff in him. He doesn't have like this.
Yeah, he used it to slow him down.
He's got something. They've said that about him. Like, there's a something in you, because how does he run faster than trucks? Like everything we saw him in, like Civil War. When he's sprinting down that thing, I think it's implied.
And he was jumping building to building.
what they gave him was some
Good
sort of
Good point.
like half dose cap.
And the
He's some
MCU, no,
half dose
listen,
cap.
yeah, in the MCU, Bucky is a super soldier. I mean, the way he was running after those semis, he's just running ahead of them and stuff. There's something there. That's not normal.
And I'll admit that might be my favorite thing about a show about them, is that we get to see the funny practical like superhero stuff. Like as neat as flying and spells are in WandaVision, to see someone run down a truck, I was like, yo, he's fast.
I love the realism of this series compared to the last one.
The 7-year-old kid in me is just like, Bucky runs real fast, runs faster than a cheetah,
I bet I can run as fast as Bucky. Watch, Mom.
Yeah, get a load of this. I'm going to chase down a semi.
Yeah, I like the
All right,
differentiation
Carl.
that you made between WandaVision and Falcon the Winter Soldier, because it's like two totally different worlds. But I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
great.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody at
I
work,
think that's the way it should be.
and I told them that they were like, "Well, I wasn't really into WandaVision. Like, I didn't like all the TV shows and stuff." And I said, "Well, but the way that Marvel does their stuff is they pick a genre, and then they say, what superheroes can we put in that genre?" Well, we didn't think that they'd be able to do Dick Van Dyke or Bewitched and with Marvel superheroes. And Kevin Feige's like, hold my root beer, and he did it. Like they did it, and so that's how you kind of have to look at it. And this is just a different genre. This is like Captain America and Winter Soldier genre, and then the WandaVision was something we had never seen before.
That was cool.
Yeah, I'd agree with that statement, Jared. Absolutely. And I think this series, like, I was actually a little bit worried coming into this series. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, how can you top WandaVision? And they may not top WandaVision, but so far they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, I'm entertained. I think we all are. And especially after this last episode, I'm excited to see what's next.
I think they're just playing a different game than WandaVision. Like I wouldn't put them even in the same categories of.
Oh, they're not.
Like,
yeah.
It's such a different thing. I mean, the comparable things to this would be like tons of, like espionage dramas and stuff like that you could put it into. But then, of course, there's some guy flying around with wings dodging cars. And so it's like, you're speaking to all levels of my immaturity right now, because it's
Lethal Weapon meets Marvel.
Right. Like
Basically.
The banter between those two is so that literally was like my favorite part of it, was him walking, looking like the Winter Soldier, like an obelisk of a human, and then Red Wing flies too close and he swats at it. I'm like, this is charming. Like, I enjoy this a lot.
Okay, so how about this? Carla Morgenthau, her character. What do you guys think? Where's that going? And I have my theory too, based on one of her texts that she got. So, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on her character right now, because she's obviously the leader of this new group of antagonists. So
she's a blip like person, like who wasn't blipped, right? So she lived through the blip. And
yeah,
I thought that's a great angle to put, that they saw a completely different world than the one that came back, and her saying they're trying to put the world back for those people who came back versus the ones who have been here the whole time. And a great theme to kind of run with from the first episode, with like, inequality and at the banks, of who's going to get a loan based on like racial prejudice. And then to say like, there's also this new existing structure of people who left and people who came back, and people who were here the whole time, that they're being treated differently or not being heard. So I think her character is neat. It's good to have the sort of like main antagonist kind of be someone so understandable, like you get that she's frustrated and that she's super powered by power broker or whatever.
Yeah, you brought up Power Broker. I love that, because we hear his name, and then the whole text that she gets, like, I'm going to find you and kill you or whatever, and she's reading those texts. That's I believe that's the Power Broker. And
probably, yeah.
Yeah, and then I also believe that eventually, now that we're seeing the introduction of Zemo, and they're all going to hype him up, but we need to pay attention to the Power Broker. And I believe Zemo is going to come in, whoop the Power Broker, and then become the leader of those. That's my theory, by the way. And I've been thinking about
cool.
that. I wanted to say it later, but I'll say it now. I think Zemo's going to take control of some stuff. He's going to become the new head cheese, so to speak, of the whatever. I forget their name already.
Flag Smashers.
Flag Smashers.
Yeah, Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
But
so
that's my theory.
So in the comic books, Carl Montague is the real name of Flag Smasher. Flag Smasher is just a singular villain. And so I kind of thought that was cool that they
Looks like Space Ghost.
yeah, yeah. And they kind of made it Carly instead of Carl. And he's not even like an F-list character. He's like probably like a G or an H. So it's totally fine. Like I could care less if they made it a girl or,
That's how I feel about it too.
Right. So I didn't really care. And it was interesting that, in the comic books, the power broker is the one that gives US Agent and Battlestar their powers.
Yes.
But in this, and maybe that happens in the MCU too, but in this, it seems like he gives the Flag Smashers their powers.
Doesn't he give them to Torres as well too?
You what?
Doesn't he give them to Joaquin Torres too? Am I wrong in that?
I'm
the Falcon, the new Falcon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Joaquin Torres, doesn't Power Broker do it for him too?
So maybe we'll get a new Falcon too, or maybe he'll give Falcon powers by the end of this thing.
Maybe.
I think you're onto something, Jared, because the power broker is mainly tied in with John Walker, and like as far as storylines goes, I have a feeling it could be potential where he just like, hey, I'm gonna give this guy some power, but again, I think Zemo's just gonna smoke him.
Or we might have a really good motivation for John Walker to want to find these power brokers to deal with that like insecurity he has of not being the dude.
That's exactly how I feel. I think that what the dynamic that they're building in the show, I think we're actually going to see it switched around. Like all of a sudden the Flag Smashers are actually going to become heroes. Whereas like, because, you got Cap, I guess John Walker, Cap, and then you got the Flag Smashers. And right now, like, they're both after Flag Smashers, right? I think that the dynamic of the show is going to change, and it's going to wind up being Falcon and Bucky joining up with the Flag Smashers and then taking on Zemo and Cap and obviously Battlestar as well, or whoever else, maybe even Torres becomes a villain too. I don't know. So we'll see. But I do think that's the route they're going to go. I do think we'll see the switching sides, because I feel like it's got a very Winter Soldier vibe to it, to where you don't really know exactly who you're trusting yet in the show. And I love that.
Well, they've already established that like it's we've got Isaiah Bradley, right? Who's dealing with how both sides treated him as a super soldier. We've got the comments about like, well, we kind of operate as free agents. You have all these rules. And he goes, yeah, and like a huge budget. So like, it's like, yeah, great, kind of pros and cons here. So I think they are establishing that whatever this group is that's sort of like allocating resources to get these people back from the blip is going to obviously, as usual, be somehow super nefarious.
I love all these different theories because they're all plausible. So far, at least.
Just like WandaVision. there were 7,000 theories. Like, I'm pretty sure Mephisto's probably behind Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Pretty sure.
That's got to be Power Broker.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, it's Magneto.
Well, I think I had to look it up. I was like, who is the what's her name? Carly. Who is that actress? And she was in Solo too.
That's her. I knew that. Yes. At the end, right? Yeah.
Yes. Which again was some freedom fighting like bad guy the whole movie, and then you're like, oh, it turns out she's got legit reasons for that. I'm like, maybe that's just that actress's like wheelhouses. I'm really good at being like, and then all of a sudden,
you're, I was wondering if that was her from the Solo movie. But
Erin Kellyman.
Oh, cool.
So she's got a real sweet niche in Hollywood where it's like, guess what? I'm the bad guy, but not really.
Right.
Okay, so I'll ask you guys now. I kind of led this for the Falcon Winter Soldier stuff. Is there anything you want to specifically bring up or talk about before we get on to trivia?
Bradley for sure. Isaiah Bradley for sure. That's cool. That was so awesome. That was so awesome. I love the change to it. I love the, they modernized it a little bit, but it was great, and I can't wait to see how it plays up. I think there's been so many layers to this show, and we're only 2 episodes in, and I'm just very excited for the next episode. Can't wait.
Well, did we get like a first appearance too of Elijah Bradley then too?
Yes.
That's to the door.
Yeah, it's got to be Elijah, because
so we got another young Avenger.
It was like as he was walking out, like when the thing happens, the kid's like, "Oh crap, he's losing it." I was like, "Wait a minute, that's Patriot. That's great. That'll be great."
Yeah. So we'll have like the female Hawkeye is going to be in the Hawkeye TV show. We had Speed and Wiccan from WandaVision. We've got Patriot, which is Eli Bradley. And we've got Stature, who is Ant-Man's daughter. The only ones we haven't seen are Iron Lad and Hulkling, right? Is there anybody else on this?
We're getting to Kang. We know Kang's coming.
Right.
So
you don't think they'll add Miles Morales to the Young Avengers?
Oh, defo.
Ms. Marvel too.
I think she's
got a show.
It depends. Wait, does Sony own Miles Morales?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be. Let's see if Disney and them get along.
Money talks, man. Money talks.
Oh, they will. They will definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, with that, let's do some Marvel trivia. Awesome. So this is how Marvel trivia works here at the M6P. I've got these trivia cards here, and they take place Marvel comic books from 1939 to 2002. So about when I was born. And there are levels of questions, 5 levels. Each level is a different point. So if you pick question 1, the top level, you get 1 point for that. If you pick a question with 5, you get 5 points. And the first person to get 15 points wins the game. But you get to pick what level you want to start at. So there's like some gambling in there, All right. So Alex, alphabetical, you get to go first.
Okay. It's a difficulty level. I'll do the middle. Let's go 3.
All right.
I need to gauge these things.
All right.
You do, trust me.
What state is Rogue from?
She from Alabama?
Mississippi. Mississippi.
I would have guessed Alabama as well.
I actually was going to say Louisiana, so we all missed it. But
all right, Darrin.
2.
What beautiful Russian spy did Hawkeye commit crimes for?
Black Widow.
There you go. All right. So you also have to keep your own score, because I can only do so much. All right, Nick.
Yes.
What number?
Oh, I'm sorry. 3. I'm sorry.
All right. What is Quasar's real name?
Oh no.
Oh.
3 seems hard now, man.
No, listen, these questions happen every week, and somehow I get the lucky ones.
Yeah, last week we had a lot of Hercules questions. It was really weird.
Way too many Hercules questions.
I have no idea. I can't even think of it. I don't think I even know to begin with.
It's a really cool name. It's Wendell Vaughn.
Yep, I didn't know at all.
Sounds like a great guy.
Oh, Wendell. All right, Alex.
2.
Who considers himself the master of illusion?
Master of illusion? I don't know. Would it be Doctor Strange?
Mysterio.
Oh, of course. Yes. There we go.
Everyone always says, of course, after I tell them the answer.
Sure.
I did not. I said I didn't know that either. So.
I didn't know that one. At first I thought it was Strange too, but then illusion. So anyway. Yeah.
All right, Darrin.
I would have got tripped up too.
All
All
right.
right, let's go 3.
What is the Taskmaster's power?
He basically can mimic the abilities of his opponents.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Darrin
Here's
is
running away with this thing.
Your questions are so much easier.
No, they are. See, I'm lucky.
Listen,
Jared
I didn't want to say
picked
it,
them for me.
Nick, but there's some real bias happening on this M6P. A lot of people on the message boards have been saying this, and I just feel like it's a scam.
I had the lead last week, and then Kevin McVicker just came out of nowhere and
did.
Stole it from me.
All right. I'm picking your card from the middle, Nick. You tell me a number.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking.
Close up magic. He's lying.
No, he's biased. He's biased.
3. I'm gonna try again.
Oh, you got this one. Who is the Prince of Atlantis?
Can you repeat it?
Who is the Prince of Atlantis?
Namor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right. Alex, I'm going to need you to get on the board, okay?
I'm gonna do my best, but I make no promises. I'm going 3.
All right. Apocalypse turned Wolverine into which of the 4 horsemen?
Death.
Yes. Yes. All right,
So,
Darrin.
yeah, I've gone 2. I've gone 3. I'll go 4.
Ooh.
You will regret this.
Oh.
In what issue did Toro become the original Human Torch's partner?
On to you, Nick.
That's a great question, man.
Like, do they want the actual like issue number?
Issue 17?
On to you, Nick.
Human
Is it issue
Torch.
17?
No, Human Torch number 1.
Hmm.
That's
Nope.
a trick question. I should have just said number 1. That's fine.
All right, Nick.
Go ahead. Let's do I'm gonna do 4.
All right. Who killed Demogoblin?
Spider-Man?
Blade.
Blade. Okay.
That guy kills a lot of things. We should have known.
Obvious answer.
That guy does a lot of slaying.
Hey, real quick, what's the score recap? I have 5. 3.
And then Nick has 3, I think.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going 3 again. I'm feeling not confident.
Not confident. Oh, you got this.
Oh,
And remember, this is trivia between 1939 and 2002. So what is Luke Cage's superhero name?
Power Man.
Sir, Power Man. Darrin wants a 3. Oh, Darrin.
Is it Hercules?
Give it to him.
In what issue did Bucky Barnes first appear?
Cap. I don't know. Can I ask a question first? Captain America 1, the original, like the OG, like he would have been there, right?
That's the correct answer.
Okay.
That's the correct answer.
He did it.
I didn't know if they had I can't. I know this is terrible. I can't remember if there was a different name for the comic when he Captain America and them first came in. So that's
Yeah,
why.
because like Thor back in the day, it was like Tales to Astonish and Tales
That's
of
what I meant, yeah.
Suspense. And then all of a sudden it's like, now we're on Thor issue 155. But before that was Tales to Astonish 11. You know, it was weird.
Cool. Somehow I'm at 8.
All right. Nick.
Yep. Let's do clearly 4 is not my forte, so let's do 3.
Which supervillain gets his power from 10 magic rings?
Mandarin.
Yes. And you would have got 4. It was named 3 of the 5 original X-Men.
Oh, wow.
We had that question last week too, and I've been
Oh my
shuffling these
gosh.
cards.
That's fine. If it pops up in the natural order of things, it pops up.
I just want you guys to see I'm shuffling. Granted, all the
Don't
cards
trust
there's
anything.
really just 5 of the same cards I'm shuffling over and over again. But
This is close-up magic.
Jared's actually a part-time card magician. Nobody knows this.
Yeah, I don't have enough jobs, Darrin.
I was gonna say with everything else you do, I doubt it.
Just
All right,
kidding.
Alex.
I'm going 3 again.
What is the name of Invisible Woman's son?
Oh, Franklin?
Franklin.
Yeah.
All right,
Good deal.
Darrin.
We'll go 3 again.
And Darrin, what do you have?
I'm 8 at 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, question number 3. Who is Jennifer Walters?
Oh, I know this, and my mind just hit a blank.
You do know this, Darrin.
You've disappointed Jared. Look what you've done to him.
I know. I
Look
had
what you've done to him.
I'll give you a hint. I have her action figure in my room.
I know you do. You have all the Marvel character action figures in your room. That doesn't help me.
The answer is 40 Storms.
Yes, Jennifer Walters is Storm.
40 of them.
Um,
All right, we're gonna need an answer, sir.
it's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna say, of course, but
Yeah, Alex, you want to tell him?
That big green gal.
She-Hulk, yeah.
there's too many Jessicas in the Marvel universe, by the way.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, yes. So
Too
no
many
wonder I got it
J
wrong.
Too many J ladies.
This is why I lose the lead.
All right, Nick, what you got, man?
3 again.
All right, who is Norrin Rad?
Silver Surfer.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What a last name. Rad.
Oh, rad.
Oh, if him and Quasar were together, it could be Wendell Rad.
Wendell is rad. That's the thing.
All right, Alex.
3. I'm on a hot streak.
Yes, sir. What Canadian superhero team was Wolverine on before he joined the X-Men?
Was it Alpha Flight?
Yes, I
Yep.
see that on your screen. Alex and I set that question up so it'd work out for this.
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be because Weapon X is a Canadian superhero team too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they were established during the writings of like Grant Morrison, so
Okay.
they wouldn't have had that. All right, Darrin, redeem
Well,
yourself.
After that last performance, I better step it back to a 2.
Okay. What size shoe does size? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's great.
All right. What group did the Marauders kill in the Mutant Massacre? What group did the Marauders kill in the Mutant Massacre? You don't know. That's okay. Is the Morlocks.
Okay.
The Morlocks.
Them sewer folk.
Who?
Those sewer folks.
Oh, gotcha.
Sure, folks. Yes.
So what are the scores? I'm still at 8. Kind of sad.
12.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Are we supposed to be keeping track of our own score?
Yes.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
6, I think.
Oh, you got more than that, Nick.
9.
Probably like 9 or 10.
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
No, you're not at 9. You were just at 3.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my word.
Let's say 5.
So, come on.
He's got a few.
Silver
right?
Surfer. And I got one before that. I can't remember what it is. So, yeah, I would be at 9. That's correct.
Yeah, I think you're around there.
I mean, I've got the ones that we answered. If we need to go through them,
Okay.
so we admit. All right. So Alex missed Mississippi, but then Darrin got Black Widow. Nick missed Wendell Vaughn.
Yep.
Alex missed Mysterio. Darrin got Taskmaster right. Nick got Namor. What was this question? Oh, Alex got Death for Wolverine. Darrin missed Human Torch #1. Nick missed Blade. Alex got Power Man. Darrin got Captain America #1. Nick got Mandarin. Alex got Franklin Richards. Darrin missed She-Hulk. Nick got Silver Surfer. Alex got Alpha Flight. And Darrin missed Morlocks.
Darrin, this has got to be
Yeah, I'm at
crushing
9.
for you to hear this just rattled off like that. Jared's doing this with no sensitivity at all. He's just like, and Darrin dropped the ball here, and Alex.
I know.
Darrin dropped the ball again.
Look, the trivia part of the show is definitely not my expertise. This is why we invite you guys on.
Jared's
the She-Hulk stuff,
cold-blooded
listen,
quiz master.
I'm gonna wake up in a cold sweat tonight for missing the She-Hulk one.
That's a tough one.
All right, Nick, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stick with 3.
All right, question number 3. Which bully picked on Peter Parker in high school?
That's
Flash Thompson.
3?
Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson. All right, so Alex and Nick, are you guys both at 12? Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then Darrin, did you say you have 8? All right, Alex, you could win this round.
Doing 3. I'm on a streak.
All right. What is the name of Gambit's wife?
What is she? She's definitely some sort of sorcerer.
It's not Jennifer Walters.
It isn't? That was my guess. That was it. I thought it was She-Hulk, wizard. No, I don't know. I forget. She's some sort of wizard or something, right?
It's Belladonna.
Belladonna.
Yeah, she ran around with a thieves guild.
But does she do magic and stuff?
When she has that, do you remember like in the cartoon, she got the little box and then she got the powers?
That's like my main reference point to her.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too. And I didn't know her name, but like all I can remember is like Gambit had a chick in the SNL cartoon.
Yeah, and she gave me the heebie-jeebies.
All right, Darrin.
First off, Nick, who's your friend?
This is me. It's my dog. She wanted to join.
Cool. We'll go 2.
2. Who is Kitty Pryde? Shadowcat.
Okay.
Sure.
It's gone by so many names, it's hard to know which one you're supposed to say.
Oh my gosh.
I just
She
call
is
her
Captain
annoying.
Kate.
I'm up to 10. I'm sneaking up on you guys.
All right. Nick, you got 12, right?
3 again.
All right. This could
Do it,
do it,
man.
kids. All right. What is the real name of Phoenix 2?
Rachel Summers.
Rachel Summers.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jared. Last week I had it 1, and then Kevin and I beat it plus 1 point, and you gave Kevin a question. So, oh wait, he was the last one. Nick, you're the last one. You did 1. Sorry.
You won. You won.
Sorry. I just want K back.
Darrin, you get to be on the show every week. So every week you get a new chance to win. Okay.
New chance at redemption.
I'm going for the record. How many times can I lose?
Well,
that was fun though. That was listen, guys. That was a really fun trivia segment. Actually, that was a lot
great.
of fun.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show. Again, this was the M6P versus the MCU. We'll be here every other week with the latest and greatest for the MCU. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, crpsavings.com, themarvelousbox.com, michaelwebsolutions.com, and dcbservice.com. Also, Darrin has a brand new shirt from us. Go ahead and stand up, Darrin.
Does this look blue or purple to you guys?
Looks
Blue.
purple.
Blue.
Yeah, it's purple. This is my purple Krakoa shirt.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another one of Jared's designs. I really like it. You guys probably can't see the writing, but if you go to TeePublic, you can. I order a new shirt from the M6P for every show. So after I get off here, I will be hitting TeePublic and picking out our next show's shirt or the next show. Yeah.
Yeah, so check out TeePublic. Just do a search for the M6P. We've got I think we have 80 designs up right now. I can't remember. But we have new ones every week, so check it out. And with that, we're out. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks.